Tonight, before you go to sleep, you're going to do something so ordinary that you probably won't even notice it. You'll charge your phone. Maybe you'll turn on a light. Maybe you'll watch one more video. Maybe you'll set an alarm for tomorrow morning. And every single one of those actions depends on the same invisible force: electricity. It's so deeply woven into modern life that most people never think about it. But imagine that tomorrow, every power plant on Earth shuts down. Every transmission line goes dead. Every battery eventually runs out. And for one entire year, electricity never comes back. No phones, no internet, no refrigerators, no air conditioning, no elevators, no hospitals as we know them, nothing. At first, it sounds impossible. But if it happened, the consequences would be far stranger than most people realize. Because electricity doesn't just power our devices, it powers civilization itself. Let's start with the first minute. The moment the grid fails, billions of lights disappear. Entire cities instantly go dark. From space, Earth would look different almost immediately. The bright web of human civilization that covers the planet every night would begin to vanish. At first, most people wouldn't panic. Power outages happen all the time. People would assume electricity would return within a few hours, maybe a day. But then something unusual happens. The internet starts dying, not instantly. The internet isn't one machine. It's millions of machines connected together. Many data centers have backup generators. Cell towers have emergency batteries. Some systems can survive for hours. Others can survive for days. But one by one, they begin shutting down. Social media disappears. Video calls disappear. Streaming services disappear. The modern world's nervous system starts disconnecting piece by piece. Within days, communication becomes one of humanity's biggest problems. But communication is only the beginning. The real crisis starts in supermarkets. Think about how food reaches your house. Most grocery stores only have enough inventory for a few days. The system works because trucks constantly bring new supplies. Warehouses constantly move products. Computers constantly coordinate deliveries. Without electricity, that entire network begins to break apart. Refrigeration fails. Frozen food spoils. Fresh food spoils. Millions of tons of food become unusable. And suddenly people realize something uncomfortable. Modern cities were never designed to feed themselves. A city like New York produces almost none of its own food. Neither does London. Neither does Tokyo. They survive because electricity keeps a global supply chain moving every second of every day. When that system stops, food becomes one of the most valuable resources on Earth. Then comes water. Most people assume water simply comes from the tap. But water has to be pumped, filtered, purified, transported. All of that requires energy. Many cities would lose reliable access to clean water within days. And throughout history, a lack of clean water has often killed more people than war. But perhaps the biggest surprise would be what happens to time itself. Not actual time, human time. For over a century, electricity has allowed people to ignore the natural cycle of day and night. Factories operate after sunset. Entire industries work while the rest of the world sleeps. Without electricity, humanity is forced back into a rhythm that existed for thousands of years. Sunrise becomes important again. Sunset becomes important again. The day suddenly feels shorter. Much shorter. Billions of people would organize their lives around daylight. And something fascinating would happen. The night sky would return. Most humans have never seen true darkness. Not really. Artificial light fills our world every evening. Street lamps, billboards, cars, buildings, screens. Together they create a glow that hides much of the universe above us. Astronomers call this light pollution. Without electricity, it disappears. And within weeks, the Milky Way becomes visible to billions of people. For most of human history, every child grew up beneath a sky overflowing with stars. Today, many people live their entire lives without ever seeing it. A year without electricity would bring it back. But the year would also reveal something else: how dependent we have become. Modern civilization often feels permanent, strong, unstoppable, yet much of it relies on a flow of electrons moving through wires. Remove that flow, and systems that seem invincible begin to look surprisingly fragile. And that's the strange lesson hidden inside this thought experiment. Electricity is one of humanity's greatest inventions.